Finding and replacing text. If I go into a text object, and now I end up with my text editor, I can find and replace various texts. In this example, I used to have my curriculum, the prefix used to be DRFT. We've now changed it over to COGT for computer graphic technology. And instead of going through and editing each one of these items in the drawing, I can go up to the Find and Replace tool. When I go to the Find and Replace tool, it says, hey, what do you want to find? And I want to find anything that's the DRFT, and I want to replace it with COGT. Now, I can just search and find the next one, or I could replace the next one, or I could replace all of them at once. I do have some settings here. I can match the case, so it all has to be capital letters. So if it finds DRFT in a word, it would have to be all capitalized. I would have to make it find it as a whole word only, or I could use wildcard characters such as the pound sign, the asterisk, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to just go and say replace. And so it goes and replaces one of the items. And it says, all right, I can hit replace again. And we're going to go down and you see it switched out one and found another. But if I just hit replaced all, it goes through and it finds 20 places where it changed that. And that is very handy because this works really well, for example, when I have maybe a manufacturer model number and the model number changes. I can go through and find that model number anywhere in the text object and then change it automatically. I don't have to use my hunt and peck skills to search for it with my eyeballs. So essentially all I have to do is go up to my find and replace what I want to find and then what I want to replace it with. So the old model number with the new model number, and I can hit replace one at a time and verify it with my own eyes, or I can replace them all at one time. So you need to be very careful when you replace all, just in case that this isn't part of a word or something like that. The RFT isn't inside of a word. That's one of the most common errors. So you got to just watch out that that's not part of a word. And so sometimes you can say find whole words only. In my case, I have these spaces in between. That would work well for me. All right. So you can end up then replacing many pieces of text at once without having to manually replace them with a keyboard.